I'm Charu. Welcome to Parenting Teens in a Complex World. Teen years are a period of intense growth, not only physically but emotionally and intellectually. When did adolescence start? Every child is different. Early bloomers, late arrivals, speedy developers. Often adults, unable to keep up with the pace of their child's growth, develop negative perceptions. He doesn't listen to me. She's always talking on the phone to boys. You never have any time for the family? Ki kara? But has anyone asked the child what they feel? So let's talk to the teens. Common complaint of parents is, my child spends too much time on the internet. Let's see if they're justified. Do the children restrict themselves or do they actually use the screen time in a useful manner?
Okay, so what I do is I have an app known as Screen Timer. So it helps me to set a screen limit time for my.
I love learning languages. I learned Korean and now I'm learning Arabic through Google on phone.
Technology has changed the world, but it can be very dangerous. For an inappropriate message or image can go viral in a few seconds. Cyberbullying is a reality. It's done through smartphone, email, text, social media. Its spectrum is vast, luring children into dangerous games like Blue Whale to sexual violence. A lot of parents are not so tech savvy, so let's hear the way it works.
Cyberbullying is very dangerous, and I think teens must be very careful on social media these days. For example, there is a trend on Instagram going on known as Boomy. This is a website where anybody can write anything to anybody anonymously. And I think teens use very bad words, for example F words, and they use very abusive language which is very dangerous. They mean to harm other people, and I think teens must be very careful of such things. Parents also must actually talk to their children and must involve them with them, and they should understand teens.
Bullying is a common problem faced by children. Aggressive behavior, hitting, kicking, pushing, breaking your things, even eating your tiffin. Verbal bullying in the form of name calling, teasing, humiliating the child. Even social alienation if the child does not conform or is different. A testimony?
Coco Chanel once said, to be irreplaceable, one must be different. Well, who's a better testament to that than me? I've always been different. Different interests, different personality to my peer group. As a result, I have faced my share of social alienation. But, it can be painful. It can be very painful. I'll not take away from that. But, after a point we combat it. We find a way. And today, those who socially alienated me at school are some of my closest friends.
It's common for teens to be attracted to the opposite sex and to have sexual thoughts. Let's see how adolescents handle these feelings.
I still remember my first crush. The time when I had butterflies in my stomach for the first time. It was this football player, and our entire class. He was Prakriti house captain that year, and we all of us just had this huge crush on him. Everyone just wanted to be in the house or wanted to be in the march past, only to go and see this guy in action. But the best part, the funniest part, was that my dad, he always teased me about it.
Adolescence is a time of new things, including puberty changes and the onset of menstruation. Aparna, tell me, how did you deal with changes in your body and the growing up process?
Menstruation is something we all go through. The way I learnt about it, we had a workshop at school, and then my mom, told me all about it and how to face it and everything. However, life has its challenges. When I had my first period, we weren't even in Delhi. We were in Gorakhpur attending a wedding, which is probably not the best circumstance, but then it made it memorable.
Quick question. If you were confused, who would you turn to? Parent, teacher, friend?
I actually trust only my trusted friends, and I only talk to them about the important issues, only to trusted friends.
I discuss secret things with my friends, not with mom. Mummy dategi.
My parents have always been really supportive, throughout the nerves, the tensions of growing up. Especially my mom. My mom's always been there. She's been my friend, someone I could go to irrespective of what the issue was. Even my dad, like both of them have always been there supporting me. I understand some of us, we don't have the relationships with our parents of that deep support and trust. If you don't find a teacher, a counselor, for me, I was very fortunate. I also had a teacher. I, in fact, had 3 teachers who were really close to me in my senior schools. So they also really, helped me cope with especially the social alienation, the loneliness when my friends now who are my friends, when they were rude to me, when they said something. So just find someone to vent it out. Don't keep it within you. It's just not the best thing to do.
As we've seen, children prefer to talk to friends who are equally inexperienced rather than adults. As parents, it would be good to discuss tough topics openly with your children before they are exposed to them. Share your family values, talk about what you believe is right and wrong and why. Your role is very important as a parent. You need to be there for your children, not in an interfering way, but speaking from a point of concern, reassuring the child. Main hoon na. If you find this talk interesting, like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time.